I learned long ago to be very aware of my environment, to be very aware of things. I've realized that you can learn from literally anything. So my quirky thoughts, and this is quirky thoughts, by the way, my quirky thoughts really just, come up from whatever is going on around me or what I see or what I notice. What probably a lot of people may not notice or may not pay any attention to. I look at it, I reflect on it, I think about it, and I pick a lesson or a joke or something I'm going to use for my training someday. Just whatever life throws at me, I make something out of it. I'm wired that way anyway. I'm very curious about situations and things. Why do people do things they do? Why do things happen? And I pick them up and elaborate and interpret. Okay, so today's quirky thoughts. Very funny, very, simplistic, but I picked something from it. So I had a training, a program out of town, a friend and then we both had really tight schedules. So my friend had called me, and you know yourself when you see this, but I'll spare you. I'm not going to mention your name, but she had called me and we were having a conversation about how tight our schedules were and not really being able to afford the number of days for the training in terms of being away that long. And after a while, I asked her this question, why do you want to sign up for this event, for this program at this time? I mean, there'll be other runs and other opportunities, but why? I was like, have you reflected? Why do you really want to sign up for this? That could help you. And then she, as soon as she thought about it and responded, we both burst out laughing. Now, the reason is because there's a train ride, to get to the location. There's a nice resort, and then there's the program. And she was very sincere to say she was curious about the train ride. And then, of course, she was looking forward to the resort. Those were her top two priorities. And then the event came third on the list. I'm not going to say whether it aligned with my thinking, right? But we both started laughing because as soon as we were able to pin down the critical things, the road trip, or should I say the train ride to the location, the prospects of the resort, the experience at the resort, and then the event came third. All we had to do was plan the program to accommodate the things that were priority for us, the ride, the train ride experience, the resort, and then a part of the program, even if it meant not staying for the entire program. Because remember, the problem we started solving from was the problem of time. Could we really afford the length of time for the event? And then it became easy. Once we pinned down what our priorities were, it was easy to say, okay, this is what we need to do to accomplish this. And once you've accomplished what is really important to you, you can compromise on the rest. And that was it. The schedules were drawn up. And I just started thinking about the importance of that question, why? Very little, but very important. And honestly, I say that my model for life is really very simple. What, when, why, how. I solve a lot of problems that way. I approach a lot of things by thinking about, okay, what is it? Why? How? Once you answer those questions, it becomes easy. So back to the why. You see those three alphabets, W-H-Y, and that word why, it's very important. Once you can figure out the why for anything, any endeavor, any pursuit in life, it makes it easy. So if you decide to abort something, it's because you've evaluated the why and it's probably not worth all that for you. If you decide to fight to the end for something, it's because you've evaluated the why and it means a lot to you. It's very important to you. So guys, what am I trying to say? The why is very important. Next time, always ask yourself, why?